going to be playing out because it's the overall peel compared to hard engage. Both teams generally want to do the same thing. The biggest difference here is that there is so much more dive potential compared to siege attributes for ONIC draft compared to BTK.
Bringing out the big guns. You have, and he says one more for the side of ONIC, and they're going to be booking their ticket to the grand finals. Is it going to be off of this tech pick once again from ONIC with this Valier in the roam position? Baloyski is going to debut that hero in M3.
All right, let's see it right now. Again, the lineup for both of the teams as we're getting ready to get into the game. It is going to be a very well-rounded draft for both of the sides. But ladies and gentlemen, game number 3. Will it be a clean sweep or will BTK be able to take it to game 4? Let's get it into the Land of Dawn. We go. ONIC versus BTK.
This game is going to start out relatively slow here, unless ONIC wants to go high octane straight away. Because so far, from the way it looks like BTK just wants to take it until the mid game, play it nice and slow, get that first item, and then see what the response of ONIC PH is going to be. Not a very, it's not going to be a very proactive draft, but more so a passive.
Okay, so interesting decision. Now they have swap lanes.
Esmeralda flickered in the lane.
Yeah. Okay, so Esmeralda is a gold laner, as it is controlled by Fried Chicken, but he starts in the XP lane so that he has a great matchup. Also, he doesn't want to face up against the Nate, as Nate is just way too strong in lane. And this is a great decision from BTK, having Victor in the gold lane up against the Nate, and allows them to have a decent laning stage against ONIC PH.
I like it so far. BTK with this cross map, basically the switch of the roles is going to be really good, but Baloyski on this Valor in that early stage of the game, this is going to be really, really good for them. The fact that they can actually disengage from all the fights that BTK wants to force upon them.
They also have that stun against the, at least a long-range stun against the Fire Prophet their start. So.
Yep, continuous punish here. Hatred wanting to actually get on top of Shark to secure that first blood, forcing out the flicker. Now notice that Baloyski is opting to go for the Impure Rage. My guess is that he's going to be rushing high damage items very early on. Most likely going to be the glowing one instead of going for the Enchanted Talisman.
Sorry about being a nerd here, but look at the Kyrie already taking out the Scaled Lizard, and then Baloyski defending their own Scaled Lizard. This is the natural order for Mobazane to pick up. Against EVOS SG and against Blacklist International, he abused that kind of rotation to get a little bit ahead against their opponents, and so far ONIC PH have read through that.
Man's calling himself a nerd, being a color caster in an esports tournament. Real rich, real rich, brother. But Delarski, I mean, so far, as long as he holds his own against Fried Chicken, I think it should be okay.
All right, let's see what happens here. Delarski will be able to pop off that Black Dragon form. Mobazane still on that turtle right now, going to be zoned away. Kyrie jumping in is going to be turtle secured by the side of BTK, and this is going to be ONIC PH looking for some more. Kyrie, first blood by BTK. Kyrie with a mistake overcommitting onto the enemies.
Oh my god, and BTK really, they got a kill onto Kyrie, they also got a turtle, and eventually onto Delarski. This is looking good for BTK.
Very good.
Very good indeed. I mean, this is what they want. Oh, wait, see, ooh, he was so close. Literally 0.2 seconds away from actually canceling and actually getting another kill for his team. But as I mentioned before, BTK just waiting for ONIC to make that first move. And when they do, they can look to re-engage. They can look to punish. They have the tools to do so. ONIC PH have to be very careful with the way they engage their fights.
If you're looking at BTK, they have very strong early game. You have the Roger, Lapu-Lapu, as well as the Esmeralda. They can really jump into the backlines of ONIC PH. Even in the front lines, actually, they can just tank up and try to deal as much damage as they can. They also have the help of Rafaela and the Farsa for more damage and more sustainability and more reach. So, honestly, for BTK, the way that they finish this draft really makes sense against ONIC PH.
Yeah, for the airstrike being used again to clear out the mini waves in that mid lane. BTK trying to play for the gold lane now with Victor. This is going to be a really, really good setup, but Kyrie, he's also there. Let's see, Quad Shadow in and out. It's going to be Mobazane though, taking it away. Kyrie just keeps on being a nuisance here, but again, he doesn't have the damage to back that off yet.
Not yet at all. I mean, the retribution fights between the two have been pretty 50-50 overall. So let's see how they play it out as Hatred clears up that mid wave. The next turtle is going to be coming up, and I think this is going to be extremely important for either side to actually start pressing their advantage, considering that Yuzong has actually switched over with Natan to head down to deal with Lapu Lapu and contest for this turtle.
Oh, look at ONIC. He's caught overextended right now. Let's see what he does to get away from this. Flicker already for the airstrike is used, is popped, but ONIC Philippines with a very good disengage, getting into the heads of BTK, forcing them to go top, and now they need to go back bottom side.
He's playing like a Natalia as the Valier. That's really crazy to see. I always love these duels, right? You know for sure that they're gonna be poking each other, but at the same time, you know that no one's gonna die. And a slight mistake will mean...
Oh! How did that second part of the auto tech not connect?
Holy, that was insane. So close. ONIC PH almost getting a solo kill in that fight. But now ONIC, they're trying to get control over the turtle, but so is BTK. And in these early skirmishes, honestly, I might have to favor BTK when it comes to this, man. The bravest fighter is going to be such a good utility, such a good engage tool to go into the backside, and that's exactly what goes in. That literally, I just mentioned it, and Victor goes in with the stun with the bravest fighter. The Larky though looking for the re-engage now, going for the Black Dragon form. It's going to be Kyrie popping into the Cloud Shadow onto there. Let's see what happens here. Momozane gets chunked low. Turtle will be taken away. ONIC Philippines takes the objective. BTK takes the kill. It's going to be Shadow kill though. Kyrie, look at him. He's going to go for the double kill right now, but it's going to be Shark still able to run away. Victor going in once again with the help of White Chicken. Hatred trying to clear the waves, but he's going to get chunked really, really low as Marquis comes in and peels for his mid laner.
Wow, what a play coming out from ONIC PH. As Delarski really just held his ground, he's actually pretty low, but he was able to sustain himself back because of proccing onto Victor. It then transfers into the turtle fight. Now Kyrie against Victor. Oh, what a almost dodge.
Yeah, he's guaranteed this kill here. Wait, hold on, Victor! Okay, Kyrie having to use his retribution. He had it ended there. He did not want to put Pilarski behind in lane.
Oh, wait, and Fried Chicken caught in the bad situation. 1 HP. Shark comes in with a holy healing to save him, but it's going to be Zia now. Popping the feathered airstrike onto Poloisky. They're looking for the engage now. Momozane going in for the like and pounce. Fried Chicken will be the one picking it up with the help of the Falling Star with ONIC PH on the board once more. You take kills, we'll take turrets.
I love the fact that the Retribution battle is won by Kyrie in that second turtle. He lost it in the first one, now he has won it and then eventually converted into a kill. Now they have the turret bottom lane. In fact, they have a turret lead over BTK 6 minutes into this game and have regained the lead. It still is pretty even, and I do like the odds of BTK just trying to go for the next set of fights. They are strong now. They are getting all the items. They have eventually will get the second item onto Zia, and also that will mean Momozane will get his War Axe on top of the Windtalker, and that is gonna signal go time for BTK.
Well, speaking of go time here, it looks like Kyrie is about to complete his Blade of Despair, and I think that's going to be a significant power spike on his side when it comes down to split pushing on top of everything else. But Poloisky, he's got to be super careful, but so far he's been playing a strong game, just completely peeling off BTK from his team members and keeping himself alive.
Oh, Kyrie jumping in, Bravest Fighter as well by Victor, looking for re-engage, but Kyrie only is focusing down that turret, and it is going to be another turret to set up a neutral objective. ONIC PH are just so intelligent in doing these plays, and once again, uncontested turtle for the side of ONIC PH.
Notice down bottom side, BTK is sacrificing turtle. They might make a play on towards Marquis, and I think ONIC, they smell it.
Yep, the stark difference of junglers to Kyrie is that Kyrie is willing to really bait out some of the spells of his opponents. Marquis just excels in footwork now.
Wait a minute, Momozane gets caught very low. He jumps back in, but it's going to be Hatred zoning him away. Now Momozane, he's going to get taken down. Poloisky's the one who picks it up. Now Kyrie in the backside going for the quad shadow onto Zia. Shadow kill, baby. Goes back in. Amazing flicker by Zia to get him out of there. But ONIC PH pushing the pace now with a 2,000 gold lead.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. It really is. Momozane, I think even he knows that he hesitated for literally 0.1 seconds, and that was more than enough for Marquis to get out of range from that Lycan Pounce, and that's super frustrating because that would have been a big kill to get.
Huge kill to get.
Huge kill. Now I think that they want to focus on the mid lane this time, as BTK will not have a defense. They will have to use the Esmeralda as well as the Farsa, but that means that the other lanes will be pushed.
Oh man, Marquis picking up that endless battle. Kyrie finishing up the Blade of Despair. This is not looking good, man. They are making use of that 2,000 gold lead to the maximum potential. But we can see right now BTK, they're fumbling. They're stumbling. They don't know what to do in this map right now. ONIC PH, they have control of all of it, and they can't really make any proactive plays right now. Maybe I'm wrong though, because Voloisky has been caught in a, never mind. What? For the airstrike only, the thing used, Voloisky will be able to walk out of that one. And again, wasted rotations coming from BTK as Kyrie jumps in with the quad shadow onto Victor, pumps in his passive, but it's only to bait for that top side push. And this is just so frustrating for BTK.
Yeah, it's like you're playing the game, but also not really. It's, I mean, ONIC PH just setting the pace, setting the tempo, taking literally all the objectives away from BTK after baiting out the right spells. It's rather frustrating, but I think BTK, what they need to do right now, they need to start disrespecting. They really need to start walking up here and bothering to take on these fights, because if ONIC isn't going to overall force anything out of them, BTK might as well commit.
No. Feller is such a good pick into the Roger, by the way. Like, we didn't notice this, but actually Dlarsky going in onto MOBA Zane, taking half HP away right there. That's going to be very good setup for the next Lord here.
It's basically just anti-initiation coming out from this Valier. You have that way to cancel your opponent's jump. You have that pushback, and it's all about the counter engage afterwards. That's really what makes it so difficult to play against this Roger and against this Valier. And Valier is also an anti-invade / invade kind of hero from the roam role. If you play it correctly, you deter your opponents from being aggressive, and you also secure your own side of the map.
Okay, well, now it's time to see. ONIC PH, 3,000 gold lead. They're just going to control this map, honestly. BTK, what do they need to do to force a fight?
Well, I think BTK have to play around these neutral objectives, right? They understand that as long as they maintain their waves, they know for a fact that at some point ONIC will need to look to close out the game. The only ways they can do that are with Lords. So this is going to be a very important timing coming in from BTK.
Oh, let's see Marky able to cancel it away. Zio goes to the wrong side of the map with the wings by wings and almost gets caught out there. And ONIC, once again, it looked very good for BTK, but they have taken control of the lanes once more. And they're already trying to translate that to something, a pick maybe, with Dlarsky in the front. White Chicken jumping in already. Bravest Fighter and the point Star Moon actually. Now it's all the resources from BTK used up. It's going to be the Shadow Kill used up onto White Chicken. A lot of damage placed, and that's going to be him taken very, very low. ONIC PH picking up a kill on the other side. Victor can't do anything. 0, 2, and 1. And they've just taken what I think is the Lord.
Unfortunately for BTK, that looked really promising for them, but they missed the jump
Marky!
onto...
Marky!
Oh!
Wait, no way.
Wait, no way!
What is this? He finally gets taken down, but oh my god. Hatred and Marky with the prime calculations. Dlarsky jumping in with a petrify as well. It's going to be Mobile chained up, and he can't go anywhere. He's forced to back away. ONIC PH takes the purple buff and then goes to their own jungle, waiting for the Lord still.
Oh man, you gotta have to give it to Hatred. When Marky jumped in and he got stunned up, he actually focused the turret so that Marky can get out. However, Shark was there to finish the kill. Unfortunately for BTK, when they jumped against ONIC PH, they weren't able to connect it against Voloisky. And Voloisky, once he flickered, the disengage once again with the pushback from the Searing Torrents is just way too good for ONIC.
Alright, let's see White Chicken going for the point Star Moon. Instant disengage coming in as Victor jumps in with the Bravest Fighter, and he's getting this done, getting the stun done. It's gonna be him taking one more, but it's gonna feather airstrike, zoning Marky away. Dlarsky now trying to cancel it away. 1v3, 2v3. Kyrie destroying everybody as he keeps on going in. Was able to Kyrie, who's gonna win this one. Is gonna be White Chicken being the ones who takes Kyrie down. Dlarsky now and Marky, the only two members left on ONIC PH, but what a beautiful fight orchestrated by BTK with the initial engage coming in from White Chicken.
Well done. Honestly, Victor's follow-up was really important there, and his big catch on towards Hatred changed everything in that fight. Let's look at the replay one more time and start breaking it down, because the way we see it, Hatred immediately goes down here. This is the hardest decision that they have to make. The Oki Shadow Kill gets procced, and with Dlarsky, Kyrie only has a couple of seconds to make this choice. Do I commit, or do I take the Quad Shadows out? And eventually, once the Quad Shadows came off of time, it was a little too late.
This is definitely the power spike we're looking for BTK, and that replay just showed us the most ideal scenario for BTK. They want to really jump onto the members of ONIC PH. Make sure that Hatred as well as Marky will not be able to deal out the damage from long distance. Exactly what they need, and that was what we were looking for in the early stages of the game. This time though, 13 minutes into the mid-game, as the closing minutes of the mid-game will be favoring BTK. Hopefully, they will be able to punish more of ONIC PH, but it seems like ONIC PH, they wanted to control this Lord.
They are going to control this Lord. Look at the siege, look at the damage output from Marky and Hatred alone. Sure, Kyrie, he is not going to be able to deal that much damage to Lord, but that's all they need. That's all they need. Marky is all they need. Zolowski though will pop the Black Dragon form. Easy Lord once more for the side of ONIC PH as they get it. No contest whatsoever. BTK respecting the damage, respecting that range.
Yeah, but it's 7-7, perfectly even on either side. Just a slight goal lead for ONIC PH as they'll hit their item power spike first, but really does not matter because BTK very close to it. And the moment they clear up this next wave, they should be getting to that 42k mark as well. The question is, so far, BTK, they've kind of fixed up their mistakes. The fact that Fried Chicken is going to be playing on this Esmeralda, now he can be a little bit more proactive in a lot of these fights. He can't just, sit back, relax, look to hard carry the game with the range that he has. No, he has to force mistakes out of ONIC PH.
That's right. And so far, Zia has been very good with this usage of this for Farsa, as well as Sharks, Rafaela. Ooh.
All right, let's see. Enhanced Lord marching down the base. It's going to be ONIC PH coming in and actually disengaging. Victor goes in for Bravest Fighter, zoning the members away, but all for naught. Beloyski gets taken low. Mobazane gets taken down. What was that? Beloyski lives with 1 HP, baiting in Mobazane, and that's going to be ONIC PH. Looking for more. Falling Someone connecting onto the backside. Marky still able to kite away right now with the help of Dolarski to disengage. BTK are trying desperately to look for fights, but ONIC PH are just too clean with these calculative disengages.
Wow, I mean, that was a 50-50 from Obazane. If he had killed Beloysi, he had more than enough movement speed to get on out of there, but wow. Really nice play coming out from ONIC PH immediately to punish.
The Ski brothers we're talking about, as Beloysi actually flickered forward and then just walked right up. Then when Mobazane felt that there was an opening, Dilarski was instantly there with the Petrify. And after that, because he jumped with the Petrify, you know that the knockup is coming afterwards. The Chain CC followed suit, and ONIC PH really found the best target, and that's Mobazane. 0-3 so far with this Roger. Unfortunately, not finding the opening, and in a snap, when Fried Chicken went for the kill onto ONIC PH, he wasn't able to do so, and he also lost 2 turrets for BTK. ONIC PH were just way too efficient with his pushes.
And that's the thing. That's been the thing for now, Even if, let's say, all right, BTK, Mobazane gets the kill onto Beloyski when he's in the midst of it all, it's not going to be worth it. That is a roamer. You need to understand this. Sure, he does some damage now with the glowing wand, but still, it is only a roamer. Yeah. That's the thing that ONIC PH has just been so good at doing with the Natalia, baiting in the abilities, resources to be put onto him, a person who, to be honest, yes, does damage, but not the prime target that you want to target here. Kyrie, though, he's waiting in the bush. Zia catches it, only goes in for the wings by wings. We'll be able to read that perfectly, but Beloyski now has the winner.
Yeah, I think winner is going to be so important because look at him. He wants to bait this out, and he has Winter Treasure whenever he wants to get out of this.
Yeah, Fried Chicken going for the Falling Star Moon. Feathered Airstrike to try to do some damage, but it's not in range. Kyrie jumping in onto Mobazane, controlling this jungle and taking the purple buff for himself.
Great control from ONIC PH, as they are now taking away the jungle creeps from BTK. We know that BTK really would love to get out of their base, maybe get some farm. Spaloyski once again tanks through all of the initiations coming up from Mobazane. And we can see that ONIC PH, they have the better scaling. We're talking about how mid-game oriented BTK is, and so far ONIC PH in a good trajectory to securing what could be a 9-0 start in the upper bracket.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, just domination, but we'll see how they play here because I think BTK might be able to turn this around. At this point, the gold lead doesn't really matter. It's who can execute just a little bit better. More importantly, so one of the ONIC PH members just kind of chilling in BTK's orange jungle. Are they just going to sacrifice top tier 1? And if somebody does show up there, they're going to instantly wait for BTK to walk into the brush. Yep.
Oh, Fried Chicken going in for the engage already. Beloyski able to bring him back to his team. No damage as of yet. Kyrie pops the quad shadow, jumping back and forth, but both teams decide to disengage. Victor on the other side, though, will be able to pick up a turret on board. Fried Chicken getting taken very low, but the Feather Airstrike doing the same to ONIC PH.
And look at this, Victor showing, giving us a little bit of a taste of his own split pushing as he's able to push up top and then forcing ONIC PH to disengage. One thing I want to say about this Valir pick is the ultimate, which is the Vengeance Proclaim, gives you a little bit of cleanse when it comes to CCs. So that might be one of the reasons why ONIC PH also went for it. Because if you look at BTK, they're kind of all in. They want to jump and then chain CC their opponents. But with this Flicker and that Vengeance Flame from Baloyski, he can disengage for ONIC PH.
Oh, BTK though, they might look for a fight here because the Lord has done a chunk towards ONIC PH health bars. Marky going back in, poking it away. Baloyski doing the same, and both teams will not look for fights right now.
Victor's positioning though, gave up his bush. And now ONIC PH have already flowed the minion waves towards the direction of BTK, wanting to control this Lord.
Yeah, top side is already going to be naturally pushing here. So ONIC PH, they know they have this advantage. They had an initial fat wave down bottom side too, which they can actually look to respond and clear that up for now. But maybe they can catch BTK off of that rotation. They just got to wait for Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie going in for the orange buff is going to be a huge resource as White Chicken tries to open up the map, but ONIC PH, the positioning of these members are just so good. Opening up the map so well and controlling these bushes has to be the priority for ONIC.
This is their comeback condition for BTK. They badly want to control this Lord, but Baloyski already snatching the aggro of the Lord. White Chicken spotted out. He has to be careful. There's a lot of damage from the ONIC PH side, but so far so good for BTK.
Oh, that was Kyrie. Oh my god, this guy, he baited away the holy baptism with nothing, only a quad shadow pop. And now they're looking for the engage actually onto White Chicken. It's going to be Baloyski flickering in, Marky going for entropy, able to deal some damage. And Zalarski goes in for re-engage onto that backside. Let's see, the Pierce Dive is still ready. But in the mid lane, MOBA Zayn in the 1v1 against Kyrie. That is him winning it out. The Hayabusa getting the victory as White Chicken goes in for the re-engage onto Zalarski, but there's no damage to follow it up. Remember, Roger has been taken down. ONIC will most likely get this uncontested once more.
And not only that, they have taken the purple buff away from Obazane. Really getting so much out of this skill.
Oh my god, damage coming in. It's going to be the winner's Truncheon coming in as well. Victor will be baited away. He's going to be taken down. Marky picking up the kill. Of course, this White Chicken backs away. It is a 2-4-0. ONIC so good at prolonging these fights and getting these victories.
That was so good. It's so smart coming in from ONIC PH there. The only 50-50 that was around was whether Mobazane was able to tank the full damage to the Yoki Shadow Kill coming out from Hayabusa from Kyrie when he was in that mid lane rotation. A couple of things he could have done. Move towards Lethal Wanderer's side, maybe. And also, there was no wave to actually help him out as well. So there's only so much that he could do. The odds were stacked, and ONIC PH, they got to just keep on doing this, utilizing Kyrie as a split push mechanic. And BTK, it's so hard to beat him in that 1v1.
Man, let's see what they do with this enhanced Lord. They are already setting it up with the side lanes being pushed up first. The mid lane will come in a little bit later right now, but look at the wave control coming from this team. Just immaculate, just precise.
I have not been talking about the fact that it has been 21 minutes for now, and BTK holding their ground. But ONIC PH actually very happy with the pace of the game. They want to take it slow because they have the better scaling heroes. And look at that.
Yeah, White Chicken going in for the desperate engage, but Mobazane is nowhere near there to go for something. Zia pops in for the airstrike. Galarski instantly goes in for the Black Dragon form, able to zone them away right now. That is a very, very good engage. But Victor, he's actually going to be able to dump into the backside, getting picked off though. Galarski will be the one picking that kill up, as now it is a 1-0. It looked really good for Victor, getting the stun onto Kyrie, but in the end, ONIC are the ones here pushing in the base. Let's see what they can do. White Chicken zoning the other members away as the Holy Baptism connects on the two! What is this? For the airstrike, going to be able to get someone down. Winner's Truncheon onto the Hayabusa, still able to get away, but it is the precise timing of Zia to get the defense done. White Chicken flickering away. Marky jumping with the entropy, going to be able to take one down. Shut down. Mobazane is not going to be able to do anything. A clean sweep! What time is it? It's ONIC time! What a beautiful performance from the ONIC Philippine team.
Oh my word. The slow game that favored ONIC PH as they lasted through the early game composition of BTK. It looked wonderful. The jumps were there. But ONIC PH just stayed true to the banana split.